Okay. What's good? It's your boy, the good son. I hope you are good. Now, at any given moment in time, you can find millions of people logged into hundreds of social media networks rapidly interacting. And not to mention that there are tons of events being held daily. We really have so many avenues for connection. We are spoiled for choice. But it's crazy to me because, when I go online, I go online and Facebook, Instagram, and I see people beautifully posing with their friends with the day one hashtags on and, all these good vibes, But when I have deeper conversations with the youth, I see that the trending conversations are more about heartbreak, depression, and how lonely, people are feeling. And I wonder, where are their friends? What are their thoughts when they see such posts? Like, what is happening? Of course, I'm not blaming their friends for these problems, but friends do play an important role in a person's life. Friends affect the decisions that one makes directly or indirectly. Friends are stopgaps for a lot of pain, and they provide laughter, joy, and peace. So today I want us to have a good conversation and talk about the forgotten art of friendship. See, once upon a time, a friend was the person who just wanted what's best for you. It wasn't about being goals or about being venture capitalists, but simply about finding a person or a group of people that you could laugh through life with as you navigate through this life thing. If you had to ask me what the definition of friend is, I'd say a friend is a person who will occasionally go out of their way to make sure that you're happy. A person who wants to see you grow, and most importantly, a person who wants the best for you. Now, friends are not just people who take great pictures of you or take great pictures with you, even though that's important too. But they're primarily there to help us navigate through life, help us carry our emotional and mental burdens. Now, that doesn't have to be boring, but it comes about naturally as we spend time together with our people. Now, if I had to break down some of the key duties of a friend, I would say the following. As a friend, you have to keep your friend's self-worth and self-esteem at a high level. Now, I'm not just saying lie to them, but you got to be your friend's hype man. You got to applaud them, shine a light on their strength, let them know that they are valued and that they are valuable individuals. You got to help your friend manage and overcome the insecurities by either encouraging them to do so or protecting them from being overwhelmed by the insecurities. You got to be honest with your friend, even when you have something unpleasant to tell them, but respect them enough to honor them with the truth and help them grow through awareness. You got to share life through bonding by having fun, of course. And finally, a friend is a person who helps you reach your highest potential. Someone who helps you become the best version of you that you can be. They keep you focused. They remind you of your goals. We got to get that 35 by 25. They remind you, remember, this is what your priority is. This is not you. This decision doesn't look like you, and this decision won't help you get you where you want to be. Through that, they keep us focused and encourage us to reach our potential. Now, technology, social media networks, have made it infinitely easier to communicate and to meet new people, which is really, really great. But what I see has happened is that now we end up having this large group of acquaintances, but very few friends. I can say this from my own experience, that having many acquaintances that you cannot be yourself around really brings this deep sense of loneliness. It was when I was going through a really tough time, personally, that I realized that I didn't have as many people to call on as I had thought. Because as I was going through my contact list and, I'd see the names that I usually see on my timelines on a daily basis, people that I'd laughed with or shared a few moments with and occasionally would meet up with, But when it was time to make that call, I felt, I felt like a little bit ashamed, but I also felt like I would be burdening that person by telling them my problems. And that's when I realized that, my friendship with them went that deep, and that, our friendships were really quite shallow. That's when it hit me that, I really didn't have as many friends as I thought that I had. But fortunately for me, the ones that I do have are quality, and they help me down. So, yeah, quick shout out to all my peoples. You see, friendships are important, very, very important, because it's through this friendship thing that we learn how to love someone, how to protect someone, how to be faithful, how to correct someone without judging them. That's when you've experienced the joy of making someone else happy. We learn how to be loyal, how to help someone become the best version of themselves, and most importantly, we learn about ourselves as we grow in friendship with someone. Friendships are not just about image, but they're really, really primarily about happiness. I mean, I have friends that are not as handsome as me. Facts. I have friends who definitely have more money than me. I have friends who are more popular than me. I have friends, who are in different industries, but I know for a fact that when I need anything, I can call on them because they share the same concern about my well-being as I do about myself. So this is that power and that comfortability and that level of feeling loved and appreciated that friendships bring about. One thing that really irks me is that we've got, movies, books, so many material, a lot of advice, many outlets that advise people on how to deal with romantic relationships, but we have very few outlets that nurture, promote, celebrate, or even teach about friendships. Yet, the same experts say that friendships are the foundation to any and every good relationship. And speaking about relationships, I strongly believe that, the level of unsuccessful relationships, let it be in the dating phase or marriage phase, is strongly rooted in the deterioration of our friendships. Because it's in the friendship is the foundation of any romantic relationship. But because we spend less time investing in friendship, this has directly contributed to the mediocre relationships that we find ourselves in. I found that out through my own experience. That some of us jump into romantic relationships not because we've found someone compatible, but because we're seeking a deep, meaningful connection with another human. And since we all have been led to believe that the highest form of connection can only be found in romantic relationships, we find ourselves jumping into relationships prematurely in hope of finding that deep, meaningful connection. How it usually happens is that, we meet someone online or at an event, we have a great time, we feel that connection, then after a few likes and retweets, we find ourselves in a relationship with that person. We give that person so much access to our lives, yet we don't really know them. And as we grow in that relationship, their character traits, their personality, their background begins to be revealed, and you realize that, you and this person are actually not compatible. But in reality, all this information is information that one learns through the friendship stage, because it is in the friendship stage where you learn about a person's character as you're exposed in different environments. You're able to see their behavioral changes. Oh, okay, this person acts like this when the waiter takes too long. Oh, okay, this is how this person treats their friends, how they treat their family, how they treat their colleagues. You learn about their worldview, their preferences, their beliefs, and ultimately, that's where you learn if this is somebody that you want to build with or not. One of the other things that really irks me and gets to me a lot is that for some reason, we've made it kind of taboo for platonic relationships to exist between males and females. There's this notion that all male-female relationships can only lead to romance, which is absolutely false. Because this takes away so much from us as a people, because it deprives us from growing emotionally and intellectually as well. Now we find, males and females cannot learn about each other in a safe environment because they feel pressure to impress instead of just expressing themselves. Now both groups feel like losers because they are stuck in the quote unquote friend zone. So they abandon good friendships in exchange for bad relationships. This level of thinking is really primitive because cross-gender friendships play a crucial role in us having healthy, strong romantic relationships. Now, with all that said, we also need to constantly be aware of the fact that as individuals, we grow. As we consume more information, as life happens, we evolve. Our worldviews, ideology, goals may change. So the state of our friendships will also evolve along with us, which means that, it's good to, constantly reevaluate who you are and the person you want to be and see if your friends are still compatible with that person who you're striving to be. We all strive to have some level of success or fulfillment, but there are also other personal goals that we strive to achieve, and we always need to constantly evaluate whether the people that you're around add value to that growth. So it's also very natural and it's very okay as well to outgrow someone, because that also happens too. But one thing I just want to make clear is life happens. No matter who you are, there will come a time where you want to be in a committed relationship, when you will feel lonely, when you will need to heal, when you will need to mourn, when you will want to celebrate a personal achievement, and you want to surround yourself with genuine people in those times. So do yourself a favor. Start investing in good friendships right now. Protect yourself, protect your happiness. But yeah, that's it from me. As per usual, do hit me up on the socials. Hit me up on the comments so that we can continue the conversation. Otherwise, it's your boy, the good son. Stay good. Peace.